So one of you guys asked me to show you guys how to set up a preamp, specifically the Universal Audio 710 Twin. So one of you guys asked me to show you guys how I set up my preamp, specifically the Universal Audio Twin-Finity, to my Focusrite. This should have worked for any Focusrite or any audio interface at that, to be honest. So I literally disconnected it, and I'm gonna act like I'm barely setting it up for the first time. So you get this in the box, and then so the first thing I do is, first grab your preamp. You connect your power cord to the power, simple as that. This one. I'm not trying to say you guys are dumb or anything, but I'm just literally showing you how I set this up. So then the second thing you do is, this is an XLR cable. This is the female, and then you have the rest of the cable that's connected to the back, which is insert 3 for me, to the audio interface. So this one, this is, let me just take it out. Male XLR goes to my back of the audio interface. Just wherever you plug in your microphone right now is where you're gonna be plugging in this. So this goes directly to your audio interface. For mine, it could be insert number 3 back here. So this connected directly to this. So this female part that's coming from the audio interface directly goes to the line output. Alright, so female. So then this goes right here. Bam, snapped in, right? So then the microphone that I'm using is the Mojave Audio. I would blink it over so it could, block more noise, but that's besides the point. So this cable is connected to the microphone, right? And it goes all the way down, and then I bring it back up, and then so this is coming from the microphone. This is coming from my Mojave Audio. So this is from the microphone, and then this goes to where it says mic input right here. So male, you just put it in here, dog, and then wait till it snaps and you're connected. So then the next step that I do is, make sure your preamp works. Make sure you turn it on. So boom, turns orange, and I'm speaking to the microphone. So to see if it works, I'm snapping my finger and it's moving. So it worked, it's picking up a signal. So with your guys's preamp, yours might not have a signal, but you might have these gain knobs and the output knobs, just levels. And then with these, you just have to, see what kind of microphone you have, and just figure out what kind of noise level you want, or how loud you want it. So on the audio interface right here, I have my gain level on this. This is where my microphone is connected. So insert number 3, you have to put it all the way down to 0. Because I'm gonna turn this off. Because this is basically your gain preamp. I'm gonna turn this off. You have to have this at 0. I only have this one turned on because it's directly connected to my my Blue Spark. And this is for the one that I use for whenever I'm gaming, because I'm a fucking nerd. Anyways, so this one I put maybe around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, but make sure where you have your preamp connected and the insert, it's set at 0, or else you can mess up. You could just mess it up. Just have it at 0 and just have this be your gain and set it to, like I said, your liking. So let's go through this again. Preamp, mic line output is connected to the back of the audio interface. Okay, then your microphone is connected to your preamp on the mic input. Gain set at 0 all the way down to the left, or it might be right to yours. I don't know if you have a different audio interface, but it should be the same in almost every single audio interface. And then preamp, turn on, and then you just gotta go into your DAW. For my example, FL Studio, and just play around with the noise levels. I mean, just go to your track or your mixer track and just try to find the sweet spot. For me, it's set at like around 4-ish on the gain, and then level is set around 9.5. I might switch this around because I think I moved it by accident, but I think that's where I have it at, and it sounds perfect for me. And then, you know, you can switch with this specific preamp. It has many different gauges or knobs and features. I'm sure you'll love. This is probably one of the best preamps out there, to be honest with you, but you know, that's in my opinion. I'm not saying it's the best. So make sure you have your phantom power on and switched on 48 volts for condenser microphones, right? And then I have the the pad, the 15 dB pad, I have that turned off for a microphone. Okay, and then make sure you have it switched on mic on this one. Also, make sure you have it switched up to output. And then for the low cut, you can play around with that if you want to cut off low mids, you know, so it's not in your mix or in your recording. And then I have this switch down, so you guys can play with this knob right here. And then I usually have it in the middle. Okay, I have it usually set in the middle because it's from instead of like transient or transparent is what I like to call it. It's more, this side's more for like rap vocals or maybe R&B. And then on the other side is tube, and I like the sound of tube. Like I could just get the best of both worlds if it's just in the middle. It sounds warm. It sounds or it sounds a little warmer rather than, you know, right in your face. If that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm explaining this right to you guys, but I'm trying my best. This is exactly how I have it set up, and it works for me. All right, and then just make sure it records. Make sure you play around with all your settings. Like I said, I have mine in the middle for most songs, and then you can play with like the gain and the level, and maybe switch off the minus dB or the low cut, and that's how you set up a preamp to the Focusrite. Well, it's not that hard to set up. There's also just like you could literally just Google how to set up, and then just look at pictures, and it tells you exactly where to connect them. And it's not that hard. And make sure you guys play around with your settings. And that's it for this video. Hopefully it wasn't too long. Hopefully you guys find it helpful. And if you guys have any more questions about anything that I could help you with, I'll be more than happy to make another video about it. So I'll see you guys if you guys want to see more. It's cool. Adios.